Hello, everybody. Good to have you here today. As explained last Thursday, today we have a recording talk because I'm traveling and I want just to keep going in the studies. That's why I left this recorded for you. So, welcome, everybody. Today is Tuesday and it's 7:15 in Ireland. And we will keep going our studies with the book Gospel According the Gospel According to Spiritism. And we are on chapter 27. And today we go from item 9 until the end of the chapter, which is item 23. Why is too broad? Because it's kind of repetitive, same things. So I will try to summarize everything. Okay? So before we start, let's do our initial prayer. I want to invite everyone to raise up your thoughts towards Jesus, towards our mentors. Ask them to inspire us, to fulfill us with love, with his mercy, looking after all the brothers and sisters, especially those who are thinking about suicide, those who are suffering. May this prayer reach them and comfort their hearts. So be it. Amen. Okay, so first things first, as always. Last week on chapter 27, it's the topic is ask it shall be given. So it's more how to pray, the effectiveness of the prayer. So we said, for example, you need to pray, great, but how to pray? For some people, they need to go to the church. Otherwise, the prayer is not going to work. They need to go to the synagogue. They need to light a candle. Some needs to go on their knees. So it's kind of rituals they need to do in order to make the prayer for their sense works. And the action you need to do in order to pray, it is you need to enter in your room, like Jesus said. So I said last week, enter in your room. What it does mean? Enter in your room is it's you. You know what I mean? You need to get inside of yourself. You need to go and reach that sentiment of gratitude. If this is a prayer of gratitude, of thanking for something, or you need to go deeper on that pain and pray to be inspired in order to resolve the issues, in order to protect you, in order to help you to overcome this. So this is what they call, what Jesus said. I'm trying to find here the page. What Jesus said is, enter in your room, and when you have shut the door is okay. Forget what happened out behind, outside you. Forget it. It's you. It's you and him at that time. So pray to your Father in secret. You don't need to put a sign. I'm praying just to show. Wow, he's praying. He goes now. He wants to go to the church, to the spirit center. He wants to sit in the first row in order to everybody see. Oh, he was there. She was there. Oh no, look how many times he prayed. Oh, she goes all these time all these times to the spirit center. Oh, it's not a show here. It's not a competition here. How many times you go to the church, how many times you go to the spirit center, how many times you pray a day, how many times you pray at night. It's not a show. It's a moment between you and God. That's the moment. You and him. You are inside yourself. You are in the root cause of your pain or root cause of your happiness. Depends. But you are in the root cause. You are concentrated, you are away from the noise we have surrounding us, and you are with him. And he will listen you. Oh, how long is it going to take? 1 minute, half second, 1 second, 2 hours, 3 hours. Depends on you. It's not because you are praying longer, you will receive this. Oh, Stevan prayed for 5 hours and Leah prayed for 10 hours. Leah is deserved and it's no. What matters here is how inside you are of yourself, how deep you went in the root cause and make the connection with God throughout a painful source or a happier source. Depends. You know, there is a story of my friend Simon Pedro. He tells this story a long time when he used to do a talk in Brazil, in these cities, no, very far from the big cities, in the countryside, and he was giving this talk about prayer, how to pray, all this, everything what I'm saying to you now. And at the end of the talk, a very humble man, like an old man, black. You will understand why I'm saying why it's important to say the color. She was black, and then he said, "Oh, I listened to your talk. I listened what you said, but I don't know. I all the time I pray. My prayer is very simple." And Simon said, "Yes, really? Yeah." And Simon asked, "Okay, why? Oh, how do you pray?" "Oh, I don't know. I just change my clothes, put on my pajama, and I sit on my bed before I lay down, and I just say, 'Hey, God, the old black man is here if you need me.' And I go to bed." Half second? Once? How long it takes this? And how simple this is. But if you analyze this prayer, he's giving himself to God, saying, hey, if you need me, I'm here. So count on me anytime. Count on me, whatever happens. I'm here. I'm yours. See how deep, how important it is, this prayer. A simple prayer. Hey God, here is the old black man. If you need me, I'm here. So, what's the difference between this prayer and those who pray the rosary? I'm not saying praying the rosary is a bad. No, no, no. It is good. This is the intention. Prayer is intention, but how deep? Comparing this prayer, who comes from the heart, with a prayer in which someone is with a rosary. Sometimes they lose how many Holy Marys, how many Our Father they need to say. They are more worried in do the right thing, reading the right passages, pray the Holy Mary in the right place instead of the root cause of the problem. Some people need to light a candle. It's up to you. If this gonna make you better, do it. Oh, I need to go to my knees. Does it make you better? Do it. This is the point. This is how we want to tackle here. This is how we want to understand why it is so important, a prayer. And then, what is prayer? Prayer, it is an invocation. Invocation of what? Invocation of asking something, giving thanks, like I said, or our glorification. It's up to you. It's up to you. Unfortunately, us, because I include myself, we only remember to pray when we need to ask something because something is not going well. So it's us. This show how much we need to improve ourselves. We need to improve our what's the name? Our not ability. Our what we need to improve our evolvement. We most of the times we complain about this, we complain about that. If it's cold, it's too cold. If it's rain, it's too wet. If it's hot, it's too warm. If it's wind, is it's too windy. You know, have we stopped to say thank you for this rain today? Thank you for the problems you had, the challenges you have. Did you? Did you say thank you for the happiest moments you have in your life? You met someone you didn't see for a long time, or you met new people, which make that connection. You felt a good thing, and you say, "Wow, I think I have a friend here." Did you say thank you? And Spiritism, what's the what's the difference of Spiritism doing all this? Spiritism I will now go explain how a prayer reach someone, how a prayer like you're doing here, and perhaps I'm praying here for someone who is in the other side of the world, in Japan, let's say Australia, and how this prayer will reach them there. I will explain. Uh, we already spoke about in the spirits book conversation, and we are surrounded by the universal cosmic fluid. Okay, it's like if imagine the ocean. Okay, imagine everything. We are in the ocean now, inside the ocean. We will have, like, for example, water everywhere, you know, like we have air here. We don't see, but we are surrounded by the air. Okay, so all this is made by the universal cosmic fluid. Okay, we are all, everyone are immersed on it. Okay, the planet is the galaxies, the plants, the ocean, ourselves, the other planets. Everything is inside of this universal cosmic fluid, and it works like a net. Do you know how, for example, a spider, how it works with a spider? The spider put the net, okay, and let's say here's the net in the middle, and let's say an insect touch the net or get stuck in this point, but the spider is here and the insect is here. Does she see the insect? No. She knows there is something here because the web she put it vibrates, and she here feels that vibration. So she said, "Oh, we got something there." Then she looks and sees the insect. She goes there to collect the insect. The prayer is the same thing. In this universal cosmic fluid, when we are all connected by our thoughts, like a net. So when I concentrate and direct my prayer to God, to a family member, incarnate or discarnate, to our mentor, to someone else you don't know. Sometimes you do prayer for For example, last week, the queen passed away. I never met her, but we send our prayer to her, and this will reach her for sure. Even she doesn't know me, this will reach her because of this spider web. These thoughts goes travels, let's say, through these lines or cords, or we can call the name you want. I don't know. I don't have a name until reach the destination. You know that in the brain, the neurons, they do the synapse. It's kind of this come here, reach here, is almost the same thing, but in a bigger scale. This is why when you pray, your prayer is delivered. This is why Jesus said you need to go to your room. So you need to stop that moment. Concentrate. Why? Because everything it is taught in the spiritual world. Everything is taught. Everything. So you need to concentrate. And then you need to say your prayer. Of course, when you have a collective prayer, your chances is higher, of course. You know, of course, going to help. Now, when we do a mass, for example, a mass for intention of someone or intention of a cause is wonderful because it's all those people praying for that intentions. Can you imagine all those people with the thoughts connected into the universal cosmic fluid? So you imagine a busy line, everybody thinking about that cause or that person or whatever. It depends on the intention of this mass. This is so important. This group prayer doesn't matter if they are praying their rosary, they are praying the reading prayer. The intention there, it is this. So, what's the role of the Spiritism in the middle of this? The role of the Spiritism is just explain you how it works in a science viewpoint, but and what's your role? What's you need to have in order to trigger that prayer? It's up to you. You don't need any ritual. Oh, but I feel comfortable. Do it, please. Not doing prayer or doing prayer with rituals, do the prayer. It's simple. Do the prayer. Okay, let me see what. Just to show you, this we will find on chapter 27, item 9. Item 9. Just to read, just to see, because this is not invention of my head. This is written here. Okay, so all incarnate and discarnate beings as immersed in the universal cosmic fluid which occupies space. This fluid receives an impulse from the will. This is the vehicle for thought, just as air is the vehicle for sound. When a thought is directed at someone, either on earth or in space, from an incarnate to a discarnate being, or vice versa, a fluidic current is established between them that transmits the thought from one to the other, just as air transmits sound. Like our vocal cords, they vibrate. With the vibration, we have the sound. So when you pray, when you really, really get inside of yourself, you connect. You connect. Believe me, you connect. Okay? Let's see more here. It is through prayer that humans obtain the assistance of good spirits, who come to sustain them in their good resolutions and inspire wholesome ideas. Acquire the necessary moral strength to be able to surmount difficulties and come back to the straight and narrow path, should they at any time stray from it. So, people say in order you needed to repeat something at least 21 times in order to make this become a habit. Create this habit, because when you look the sky and say, "Oh, good morning, Jesus," it's a prayer. Good morning, son, like my girls sometimes they say good morning, sun, good morning, rain. Sometimes they do it. It's a prayer. It is a prayer. When an accident happens and nothing major happened, did you think? Did you stay calm? It's up to you. It's your choice. This is the Spiritism. It's your choice. Oh, I pray, I'm sick of praying because nothing happened. Of course, if this person is praying with the lips, not with the heart, of course not going to happen. Why? Because the prayer, the will not activate the vibration of the, let's call the universal cosmic fluid to reach the destination. See how it works? It's simple, but we don't do it. It's easy, but we complicate. Think about it. Imagine this and try to understand what do you need to change? What do you need to make different? It's up to you. Okay? It's saying here, the evils of life can be divided into two parts. One being those that cannot be avoided, and the other being the tribulations of which they themselves are the principal cause, due to carelessness and excesses. In other words, we have two types of evils. One type is those we cannot avoid. Doesn't matter what I do, I cannot avoid. The other evils is the evils caused by us, by our behavior, by our excesses, by our stubbornness, by our pride, by our prejudice. So all these will trigger the evil. It's not, there is no connection whatsoever with praying or not praying. One thing is action and reaction, the other thing it is praying. So, okay, Stevan, now you confused me. You're saying we have action and reaction, but I did a bad action and I pray. How that is one way I can annul the reaction. Yes. And what is this name? Mercy of God. For example, you do the prayer. You have your heart clean. You are going out. You have a car accident. Nobody's hurt. Minor injuries. Everything okay. Everything's fine. You just need to pay more attention. And happy days. Life goes on. If you are not praying, if you are not dedicated, if you don't have the merits, the same thing happened. But this car accident, somebody could die. Someone needs to go to the hospital and stay in observation. Things become more serious. So prayer will always help you. Sometimes will not avoid, but will make a lot easy path to go through the problem. Let me see. The power of prayer lies in the thought and does not depend on words, the place, or the moment in which it is proffered. Communal prayer has a more powerful action when all who are praying join together in a heartfelt thought and emphasize the same objective, since it is as if many beseeched together in one voice. So collective prayers, wonderful, wonderful. So, and then we have prayer for many things, but we do have in this chapter here something very important. Let me find it. Is item 7? I think so. Okay, intellectual prayers. Where is it? Okay. Intelligible prayers, item 16, chapter 27. This is good. This is good. Why is good? Here in Ireland, on our Spirit Center, we do All meetings, all meetings are in English. Reasons. Reason number one, we are the ones who invaded this country, so we need to adapt ourselves to their culture. If they speak English, I must speak English. If I'm German, I should speak German. In Japan, Japanese, and so on and so forth. Okay. Uh, Second reason, because we don't have all the time meetings like every day. We do have a session. We don't have this because problem number one, we don't have enough money to pay a rent for a month, entire month. And a second problem, we don't have enough volunteers to be able to produce our hostess and make this works. Okay, so we concentrate the meetings like now. We started last week, every other Sunday, and in our audience, we always we have Brazilians and non-Brazilians. What is the mid-term here? Let's talk in English. Okay. Okay. These are the two, there are more reasons, but these are the two principal reasons, two main reasons why we do have our meetings in English. Oh, why you don't do a sessions in Portuguese and others in English? I will cause a separation. Also, we don't have enough money to pay a rent for all this time. We don't have people because we remember we are dealing with volunteers. If you have to say, oh, every other Sunday you need to forget because you need to work to the Spirit Center, this is not going to work. This is not going to work for sure. And this is the reason why we do the prayers. So, and a lot of Brazilians come and came to me, say, oh, chapter 27, item 16 of the books, intelligible prayers. That's why I need to do the pray in Portuguese. I completely understand. Intelligible prayers, it is something you need to understand. You need to feel that. I completely agree. But when you pray, remember, you need to go to your room, shut your door. Doesn't matter the language you're going to speak. If you come to Ireland and you don't speak in English, perhaps you not understand a single word during the talk, during the speech. But when we say let's pray, doesn't matter in which language we're gonna do the prayer. Doesn't matter because this is come from you. You are not understanding what that person is saying. But remember, you need to shut the door. So that moment is you. It's a moment you and him. This is the difference. This is the difference. So intelligible prayers. I completely agree when you are saying, oh, I just arrived here in Ireland. I don't know how to speak English. I don't understand. No worries. No worries. You will get it. I'm sure you will learn English and you get it. Why don't you pray? Oh, yeah, because you say to pray in English. You don't need me to pray. It's you. And last thing here, you should pray constantly without any need to seek your chapel or fall on your knees in public. Daily prayer is the fulfillment of your duty without an exception of any kind whatsoever. Is it not an act of love towards God when you help your brothers and sisters in any moral or physical need? It is an act of gratitude to lift up your thoughts to Him when something happy occurs, when you avoid an accident, or even when some simple triviality grazes your soul. So do not forget to say, Blessed, blessed be my Father in heaven. It is not an act of contrition to humble yourself before the Supreme Judge when you feel yourself weakening, even though it is only by means of a fleeting thought, so as to say, Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. From pride, selfishness, or lack of charity. Give me the strength not to fail again and courage to make a reparation for my fault. And with this, my friends, you can find chapter 27, item 22. Chapter 27, item 22, if you want to read. Okay? And with this, I want to say thank you all for your time. I hope you like. With this, we finish chapter 27. Probably next Tuesday, I will just do a briefing of the chapter 28 because it's a bunch of prayers, a collection of Spiritist prayers. So I will just give a wrap up, and then we will decide what we're going to do because with the end of chapter 28, we will finish the study in the gospel according to Spiritism. Not study, the conversation. Okay? So I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you're okay. I hope you are fine. But leave your comments here. I will answer later on. Okay? Let's do our final prayer. Let's go inside to ourselves. Heavenly Father, look after ourselves. Help us to overcome our pride, to overcome our prejudice, to overcome our selfishness. Allow us to be a better person, giving us the courage and will to be a better person. Stay close to us. Stay close to our family, our friends. and our enemies. Stay with our mentors, in which we say thank you for our efforts and care towards ourselves. So be it. Amen. Okay? So once again, I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Sleep well. Bye bye.